Hello and welcome to the Brewery Field for live commentary of Moors versus Kings Lynn Town. My name is Sam Fletcher and I'll be your commentator for this afternoon's fixture, and I'm joined alongside by Adam Hassel. Good afternoon, Adam.
Good afternoon, Sam.
So Moors sit 19th in the National League North, having played 7 games of the new season. Despite every other team at least playing 1 game extra, we know this Spennymoor side is capable of much more than their current position.
Most definitely, and it's the second home game in a row, third home game in a row where they've placed someone either at the top or very close to it in York, Chester, now Kings Lynn. And Kings Lynn are unbeaten in the last 8, they've won their last 7, haven't lost since opening day. So anyone looking at this game thinking, it's only Kings Lynn, you'd understand why they say that off the bat. I mean, this is the highest league position Kings Lynn have had in the last 35 years.
To Ryan Jarvis, back to Nathan Fox in the left back area, and Fox will pump this down the line looking for Gash, but Curtis in there ahead of him with the long ball forward, looks for Boyce to chase, and the defender does well to just head it back to keeper Alexander Street, and Kingsland will take control of possession in their own box.
Kingdon had the kick-off and the ball's not really actually been in the Spennymoor half yet, so yes, it's not a bad start at all.
Henry will take that from McKenna to flick on. Boyce has won the header, and we can go Nathan Robertson inside the penalty area, and Robertson take a shot first time. A left-footed shot straight at the keeper Alexander Street, and can reclaim it the second attempt, but just shows the pace of James Roberts on the break. And right, we'll go to Aaron Jones, and Kings Lynn just look to keep the ball inside their own half, not posing any danger at all to Moors at the moment, and throw it back to straight in the goal, and that ball goal kicks clear, and Ward can intercept, and Ward inside the penalty area now. Ward, he's got Boyce in front of him. If he decides to use him, he's cut out the first tempo, fall to Robertson. Robertson go straight at the keeper. It was a great chance for Moors. It just fell to Roberts inside the penalty area, but his first time shot was looking to creep inside the right post, but Alexander Street was there to meet it. Get away from his man, and will chip the ball over the top looking for Dan Ward. Ward's first touch is great, and will run inside the penalty area, and click back to Boyce, and Boyce must score, but he's headed over the bar. And a fantastic run from Dan Ward with a clip ball just in front of the penalty area where Adam Boyce was unmarked, and that header is over the bar from about 8 yards out. Adam.
Yeah, it's a free header from sort of 7-8 yards out. He's got to hit a target from there. It was perhaps a little bit behind him, had to stretch a little bit, but he's got to, at the very least, make the keep working that position. He's actually put it sort of 2 foot over the bar.
We'll look back to use McKenna. McKenna's got Clunan ahead of him. McClunan, of course, on a yellow card now, so can't commit too much to the tackle as McKenna puts the ball outside the area. Roberts on the turn, will shoot straight again at keeper Alexander Street, but Moors had 3 bodies in the box there, and if it fell to any of the others, I think that has to be 1-0 Moors if it falls to any. Panic stitch from Kingston at the back, and
it was such a good throw in that to go over the top.
This is whipped in the penalty area and looking for Dan Ward, and headed back away by Macaulay, and will that stay in play? No, Fox has given up on it, and Moors massively in the ascendancy at the moment.
That's how the thing, if the goal is coming, you've been thinking that really from the opening minute of the game, it's getting ever closer, you just feel like goal is very close now.
Williams again will play Ramshaw, he's unmarked, and with a lovely flick on to Boyce, and Boyce will score! And Boyce with their first time effort! Right in the middle of the pitch, you'd probably say the keeper should do better. He got both hands to it. The keeper, Alexander Street, is hailing at his defenders, got arms shouting around him saying, you've got to do better from there. Switch on, that's twice from a long throw in that is just evaded Ronnie Ramshaw. Ramshaw with a lovely little flick to play into Adam Boyce, and Boyce with a first time volley, and you probably said the keeper should do better from there, but we have to say this pressure has paid off for those who deservedly leads here at the Brewery Field.
I liked that call back, just that 30 seconds ago I was just saying that goal's very, very close to coming.
No more so than a free kick, no yellow cards issued. And Fox will spray this ball into the penalty area looking for Gash, and Gash has won it ahead of Matt Gold, and that's a fantastic save from Matt Gold. Just got fingertips on it and clawed it away from his far post, but
it looked in.
It did look in, it looked to be looping over Matt Gold if anything, but we'll go forward to Henderson to Gash. Fox is in acre space on the left hand side if they decide to use it, and they do through Clunan. Fox has got one ahead of him, so we'll go back to Clunan, who will have a chance to whip this ball into the box, and will choose to do so, and will fall to Marriott inside, and on the turn will shoot it at the post.
Well, and Kingston just the final ball.
It's the first time they've seen it, but
Luke had us too Curtis
all the time, and let's see if that comes to fruition here. It doesn't. The ball's headed away, but only as far as Roberts, still inside the penalty area from Moors, and Roberts will take on his man and look to go towards the byline, play it back to the penalty area, and Boyce is there, and Boyce should have done better, it's past the post. Boyce found himself free, bang on the penalty spot, similar to the goal he scored in fact, but It looked to be creeping towards the corner and then just past the post, and 30 yards out we'll just float this ball into the box looking for Gash at the back stick. Gash has gone on the end of it, and that's going to go, well, it looks to be going in, but Shane Henry off the line will clear that one, and Ben McKenna will complete the clearance up for Robertson. Robertson with a fantastic first touch up against Fox will play it down the line for Williams, and Williams is intercepted, and Kings Lynn can come forward here with Williams fantastically intercepted up against McCory. Well, that's got to be a free kick. He's brought him down. And finally, about 5 seconds after the foul, Baker ripped that ball in up against Dan Warden. Will play it back to Jarvis. Inside the Spennymoor Town half, through the middle of the pitch comes Henderson. Henderson playing a 1-2 with Gash, trying to release Marriott, and it's found Marriott inside the penalty area. Marriott's Marriott's touch was too heavy. Allowed Curtis to cover and just nick the ball away, but
Shane Henry down. I'm sure he'll try. I mean, especially only being 6-7 minutes into the second half.
To the applause of the most faithful as Shane Henry makes me, so Moores will have to defend this corner with 10 men. It will be whipped in by Michael Clunan, and Clunan will do so now. Looks for the head of Gash, it's over his head, and we'll find into the back of the net. It was headed on by McCory and then headed in by Marriott, and on the line it was just headed in by the Kings Lynn number 10. It was only 2 yards out. It's nothing keeper Matt Gold could have done. And about 10 minutes into the second half, Kings Lynn are on equal terms. Fright will find Macaulay and will usher the way down this left-hand side as the ball looks to be out of play. It's a poor pass from Macaulay. And Spenny will have a throw in just inside their opposition half. Ward plays a 1-2 and release Ramshaw a bit further ahead of him. Play it back to Boyce. Boyce has got Chandler in here because of space here, as Chandler will then work it to left back Stephen Brogan. Brogan has got McKenna ahead of him and decides not to use him. Cut inside on his right foot and will play it forward to Boyce. Boyce is onside inside the penalty area. He'll play James Roberts. James Roberts inside the area, scores with it. Yes, gets in! James Roberts scores with his left foot. It's a lovely pass forward through Boyce and beat the offside trap. Roberts found himself 6 yards out. A tight angle, did well to put that into the corner. And that's 2-1 Spennymoor Town.
Yeah, but Boyd did look offside from here. I don't know, but let's say they did beat the offside trap, and it's played a good ball out wide left to find Roberts' corner 6-yard box. It's really well his left foot to the left side of the box to find the absolute corner of the goal into the side netting, just inside the post, and just we're starting to say that there's a bit of a sentence going to go Kings Lynn's way. Spain will re-get the lead.
Another foul, but Ben McKenna's got a race on here with Fryatt. Fryatt wins that though, and we'll play it back to Street. Well, I'm not sure what happened off the ball. Did you see that with Chandler?
I didn't know. I missed that. No,
shoved off it.
I was watching the ball.
Chandler up against Henderson, wins it well, and we're playing Robertson. Robertson's got Boyce ahead of him. He tries to use him, he won't. It's too slow, and Boyce is offside now. But he's found down Boyce side of the penalty, and Ward will play Boyce, and Boyce has miscued it, and he's offside, and it's put into the back of the net by Adam Boyce, but it won't count because he's offside.
Just rather than made that before a corner, because now he's got to try and find his man in the middle.
Well, the last corner caused problems for Spennymoor. Let's hope it's not the same with Clunan whipping that ball in, looking for the head of Macaulay, and he has caused it again. And Kings Lynn have equalised for the second time, again from another set piece. And it's a looped-in ball in from Clunan. Found Macaulay, who just ran away from his man and headed it high into the roof of the net. And there was nothing really Matt Cole could do, although it was down the centre of the goal.
It's strange that that's happened exactly the same as the first one. First time Macaulay's, for the first Kings Lynn goal, Macaulay's header got a little flick, and this time he gets his header absolutely bang on, and he heads it, bullet header, straight into the roof of the net almost. It's disappointing, really disappointing for Spennymoor.
McLaren take possession for Kings Lynn in the centre circle. We'll play it up to Gash. Gash up against Williams. Well, that'll be the final action of the game.
Well, tomorrow watch we play 30 seconds less than what we should have done, but full-time whistle it is.
So at the Brewery Field it finishes Spennymoor Town 2, Kings Lynn 2. Moors had the advantage at the break 1-0, but in the second half, 2 corners proved the undoing of the Moors backline. Both similar goals, both scored with the head after flick-ons, and one high into the roof of net, one from 2 yards out. But again, set pieces the undoing of Moors. The